Guys, I just want to say, as I've prepared for this Sunday afternoon, I have chai, and by now in the chat, a lot of regular people would have said, "What a snack!" But I was, thinking about this कि आपका crowd जो होगा शायद मुझे snack नहीं बोलेगा, तो कोई बात नहीं, मैं खुद का snack लेकर आई हूँ. So just screw everybody. But yeah, guys, you all know this more than we do. So I have some methi ka fantastic puris. Methi puri party it is going to be. You all have absolutely no reason to worry because there are no negative marks. This is the best quiz ever. This is like I wish my childhood was just this. But anyway, so no negative markings. You know how to do it. Just answer in the chat box. And of course, we have our scorekeepers and everything. So I guess we're ready. So let's just go in straight for question one. First question. Okay, this is fun. Moti Jheel Haveli in Varanasi has a carcass of a 22 feet long crocodile across the main entrance. Where might have you seen Moti Jheel Haveli? Don't forget the quiz is called Skip Intro. It talks to us about all our favorite OTT shows. And if you've been following this show, this shouldn't be tough. Sabse pehle, of course, I'd like Dr. Lutchuke. Lutchuke ji, kya kahengi aap is carcass ke baare mein?
Where may I have seen this 22-foot carcass of a crocodile? In my nightmares. I don't know where they would put it in video, but definitely one day if I was having fever dream or whatever, then I would have seen this. Means what it is, a 22-foot long crocodile in the main entrance. What is coming to do like that Air India man, no, is like, namaste, I'm crocodile, come inside. मला नाही वाटते.
Also, I'd like to believe that because it's kind of cut in half, it must be 11 foot, what we're seeing on the screen. Shreemi, what are your thoughts on this? Any idea what this show might be?
Whenever anyone mentions a crocodile, my brain straight up goes to Khoon Bhari Maang. And sadly, this is not Khoon Bhari Maang. I believe the same cinematic universe that the dead crocodile of that movie, which attacked Rekha, and then Kabir Bedi, great respect, has come here and is the entrance to whichever show this could be. I don't know which show this is. Actually, I know I'm very smart, but I will not say.
Yeah, but we will not say because we let the chat take over.
I don't want to intimidate our contestants and all with my smartness. That's
Saujanya Chandrasekhar says there are only 2 feet to that crocodile. Fuck! 22 feet, 11 feet. What's wrong with you? All right. But this is great. I don't know, Soham?
Yeah, this is from Bal Narendra, na?
Dr. Lutchuke, I think it started from Khoon Bhari, then went to Bal Narendra, and then went here. Like, it's a whole journey of a crocodile.
Yeah, is this Mirzapur?
What about it? Yeah. Good answer, Chinmay. This is indeed Mirzapur. Rohini, have you watched the show?
Have I watched the show? Is that a rhetorical question? Bro, I've lived and breathed this show. I love this show. Truly. It's my favorite show on the OTT world for the last 6 months or in the pandemic. I actually was a late entrant to the world of Mirzapur. In the everybody saw it 2 years ago when it released, and I never saw it because I was like, bahut blood, gore, ye wo. And then I said, oh, Mirzapur 2 is coming, so I better watch it. And I was sucked in. Oh my God, what a great show. And fun fact, I'm sure that a lot of people have made this observation before, but let's show them that fun fact. This is, of course, the house of Kalin Bhaiya, Akhandanand Tripathi and family. And the fun fact is, of course, you might have noticed the last episode of Mirzapur season 1 bears resemblance to, everybody knows, Game of Thrones Red Wedding. If you want to know a fun fact about this crocodile, different theories, exist about the crocodile and its fate after. According to some, this monster was a resident in the Jheel or the lake behind the house and had devoured the queen in all her entirety. Hearing this, the king actually killed the crocodile and rescued his still alive wife. So this is Khoon Bhari Maang in reverse by cutting the crocodile in half. And yet another section believes
same, I must say, but anyway,
that the king had himself been attacked and injured or whatever. For some reason, they pulled out a 16-kilo sword and cut the crocodile in half. So quite cool, yeah. Ye to pata hi nahi tha. Damn cool. Who's my favorite character from the show? Oh, so tough. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. My favorite character from the show in the second season is definitely Guddu Bhaiya. And I'm not going to give any spoilers. But if I had to talk about another second favorite, then my second favorite is Maqbool, because everybody needs a Maqbool in their life. All right, shall we go to the next question?
Yes, let's go. My theory is they just want to say like, see you later, alligator in the hotel. So hence, or keep in touch, magarmach. I don't know, one of the two. Anyway, moving to the next question.
I'm trying.
I haven't heard that. I
I'm
swear I haven't keeping that number much. Agla sawal hai.
touching.
Oh, I love a question that says, why are these men relevant again? To just start off with, why are men relevant again? Like I think एक दिन जमाना आएगा कि हम पूछेंगे कि आदमी ही relevant क्यों है, but we're still in 2020, so right now it is, I'm sorry guys, female panel OP, so sorry about that. But why are these men relevant again? Clearly Pounce has stopped because people are literally pouncing on the chat. I also want to just acknowledge the popularity of a show like this. सबको पता है, so सब guilty viewing कर रहे हैं. लुटसुके जी, तुम्हाला माहित आहे का की कोण आहे हे चार मर्द?
So I am very much honored to be on this quiz now. So that is why I would say these men are relevant again because their faces are shown in this India Wants to Know quiz.
I agree. If you made it here, then you made it everywhere, correct?
Anyway, Rana Dagu Bhatti is involved, yaar. How everybody now, come on.
मैम इनमें से कोई आपके क्लिनिक आया है क्या इससे पहले?
Frankly, actually, I only see patients from waist down. So if you show me what waist down they look like, I can match to the face. वैसे भी for gents, selfie and dick pic is the same thing. So
love.
I can recognize.
Thank you for that. Shreemi, your take, selfie/dick pics have been sent to you.
What can you even say after this?
You can't follow this, I'm telling you.
You can't. I have no words apart from the fact that these men are an integral part of the best show of 2020. I am not kidding. There is no lie in admitting that whatever this is happening because it is the greatest show ever made.
Oh God, I actually saw this show. Okay, I watched it. It released 2 days ago. I watched all of it and I'm still waiting to understand why they made this show.
Yeah.
So get that. Let's take Sohan. Let's get one of our participants to answer.
It has come to life, this show. That is why I like it so much. It's whatever I read as a child. It's manifested into this greatness.
So they're all Shah Rukh Khan's friend, and the show is Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives.
I love it. Wow. Fantastic. I love how she first said that they're all Shah Rukh Khan's friends. Description of the show. I mean, I thought I'd say a lot more about this show on the quiz, but koi zarurat nahi hai,
Frankly, I feel like if you went to all their 4 Instagram handles and just saw their stories, the whole season would be over.
That's so true. I don't know why Netflix needed to make a show. It's like watching them on Instagram. Absolutely true. Oh, yes. Fun fact. Oh, my God. Do you know this story? Aditi, can I please tell? I mean, Lutchuke, can I please tell you the story? The story goes.
Yes.
Madhur Bhandarkar ने ट्विटर पर आंदोलन किया और कहा आप मेरा ये टाइटल नहीं छीन सकते. And the title was Bollywood Vibes, like corporate and fashion. So Madhur Bhandarkar wanted to make a film. So Karan Johar actually said, I'm so sorry, Madhur, but I'm just going to keep it for right now. So he said sorry on Twitter. And then he just literally just kept it. And he just said, I don't give a shit about this. And so, sorry, Madhur Bhandarkar. Imagine all of this. When there's Sohail Khan and Neelam and all these people, the roadkill is Madhur Bhandarkar, which I feel so bad about this show. Like, how is this happening?
Yeah, no. And first of all, so Karan Johar's best writing is happening in all his apology notes. Means, frankly, well done. They should make a movie on the basis of all the Karan Johar apology notes, and that will be super hit on every platform. And also, Rohini, I have got one information out there. I have done my research. I know that Shreemi out here, she is very heavily involved with the Madhur Bhandarkar Cine universe. So please, I would be very much curious to know about her point of view about the Madhur Bhandarkar in this case.
Dying, bro. Guys, so now Madhur Bhandarkar is my personal favorite director because if you know me on Twitter or something, my bio is Face of Panache for a reason. It's because he made this movie called Fashion and then he made this movie called Heroine. And both these movies have a lot of references to this word called panache. So there is the company Priyanka Chopra becomes a model at is called Panache Industries, which Arbaz Khas owns. And in fashion, there is in heroine there is a Panache Productions, and Kareena Kapoor is thrown off from a jewelry brand called Panache Jewelry. So basically, like these two movies have a lot of panache going on. And I tweeted that the MCU doesn't stand for Marvel Cinematic Universe; it stands for Madhur Bhandarkar Cinematic Universe, which makes sense for me because fashion and heroine are part of the same universe. And he didn't think it's a joke. He said thank you to me on Twitter, which was very sweet of him. But I think we're best friends.
Can I please tell you, as someone who lives in Maharashtra, I have a serious doubt that he was actually saying pannas. Which and then, I don't know why, I think, the overly educated people like Shreemi Verma kept calling it panache. There's a word.
Pannas. Pannas is the number of titles of Madhur Bhandarkar that Karan Johar is going to steal to make more crappy Netflix television show.
Listen, but the fact that he has a title already called Bollywood Wives has gotten me so excited because he's going to make some shit on it. Madhur.
I think it might be worth a
We
movie.
should just collaborate these two.
Yeah, it's like there's another word in the industry, as we call it.
Yes.
Where I could not for the life of me fathom what they were saying in these meetings. And he says, "Sir, हमारे इस film में ना budget इतना है तो grandeur होना चाहिए, grandeur."
Ho, ho, ho.
I was like, what the hell is grandeur? That's when I figured it's grandeur. So GRANDEUR is grandeur, grandeur,
And grandeur.
grandeur.
Who Hermione Granger is there, no? In the Harry Potter, na? Same reference you give.
Correct, Hermione Granger. Correct. Okay, let's move forward.
Ooh, what is this? Ooh.
Next question. You got to give us the name of this popular show, or let me say this popular show that went on from 2016 to 2019. A couple of clues on the screen. It's the name of the show is the nickname of the show's creator given by her mother. It's a type of motel that has messy, dirty beds. The name of the show is also a metaphor for people who look like they're on the control from the outside, but is a mess on the inside. They're in control, sorry. Uses a generic term for someone who consistently dates the wrong person. The name of the show is Rohini Ramanathan, guys.
And Shreemi. And literally
dates the wrong person is me.
Literally every smart woman I know is this.
Is the name of this show.
Is the name of this show. So any woman you know. Yeah.
Dr.Lutchuke, I think you will have a little bit of experience in these terms. So please tell.
Yes, Gabai, because my husband right now is sleeping in the next room because he started drinking at 11 a.m. Then afterwards, he got the diarrhea inside of the bed at 1:30. Cleaning, washing, surfing, everything I have come to be on this show in spite. So unless the name of the show is Dr. Mr. Lutchuke, I don't know the answer.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Shreemi, what do you think? Then I have a feeling you might know the name of the show.
I think so too. It's not like I don't tweet about it every second day of my life, but it's called Fleabag. Woo!
Oh my God. Let's just have Hot Priest OP in the chat.
Yeah, oh my God. This is just
Man.
Every Friday night. This is us.
Us. This is us. No. Every Saturday morning. What Friday night?
That's true.
It's a walk of shame, bro. And also, please let me tell you, that scene where, the whole thing where her nose breaks and it's that dinner table scene. You guys remember that episode, right? I'm not kidding you. I've been in so many situations where I just feel that my life is just replaying these episodes from Fleabag. So I just feel that I don't know how many people feel this way. It's just a woman thing that you feel like Fleabag is your life, or is it a men thing also? I'd love to know.
Sohan, please tell us.
No comment.
In fact, beta, I have got the fun fact of the information. When this Fleabag show became when it was starting as a stage show, time that Aditi, she was also in the same theater. She was doing another show before that Fleabag. Wow. And now see, means, yes. And see the success of Aditi, that she's not even able to come on one quiz show on Zoom. And Fleabag has become like a full OTT show. So means, wow, career going places of that girl.
I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is such a fantastic writer. In fact, if you have been following her, then you might know that she's also written shows like Crashing. She's also written different shows. So this is where the jumpsuit of the protagonist is super popular as the Fleabag jumpsuit, says Anand. Thank you. And Killing Eve. Yes, thank you so much, Saurabh, for putting that word in my mouth. That's what I said. Okay.
And yes, as Shankar says, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is or has written the upcoming James Bond film as well.
Oh my God, how cool is that, right? I'm so happy. Female narratives, women telling women stories, as our friend Sucharita would have said. So come, let's move forward. Okay, next question. Everybody ready? The creator, oh, this is a fun question, trust me. Let me give you a quick background before this question. Is that I work in radio. I've been on radio for a while now. And if you listen to radio in any Indian city, what you will understand is that every radio station thinks no other person can listen to them. Okay. So it's like ironical because every radio station says कि हम number one है. So I just wanted to lay this out. हर radio station को लगता है कोई दूसरा radio station का सुन नहीं सकता है. It must be some superpower. Because one radio station will say, "Aap Mumbai ka number one station." The other station also say Mumbai ka number one station. And then the listener is just like, how can both of you all be number one? But anyway, that's just how radio works. But I appreciate what the creator of this show did. The creator of this show fact-checked with someone on Twitter last month and said their show wasn't number one on IMDb, unlike what people wanted to say in India. It's just like an Indian thing. We just love to say these things. So what show is this? He says we are number 21. This news is statistically inaccurate because someone has boldly said 9.6 on 10. Dr. Lutchuke, let's start with you.
So, beta, you know that you are very much factual. That every radio station in the country, including every news channel in the country, like that, they are all number one. I'm like, if everybody is number one, who is the number two? This is almost like a scam, yeah, Rohini. It is almost like a scam.
Well done, Doctor.
Very subtle also. So subtle, insane.
Yes,
Obviously, the answer is scam 1992. Shreemi, okay, can I ask you a very direct question, Shreemi? As great as this show is, I think it's got the worst UI, which is the worst platform for it to be on, and that is Sony Live. And since we are all consumers of OTT, I think the scam was the fact that how could you get through these episodes on this platform? So tell me user experience about this, yeah.
I have read so many tweets and I resonate with it. Is that earlier, so before scam of 1992, I never watched Sony Live or didn't really bother even checking the app. Okay, and we used to crib about Hotstar the entire day. Kari kitna kharab UI hai. This is there, that is there, blah blah blah. And now I'm like, oh my god, Hotstar, you are king when it comes to user interface, because it shows how good scam 1992 is that people watched it despite it being on Sony Live. Otherwise, so please guys, if you want to make good content, make it easy for people to watch. Also, don't make it like this कि मैं 5-10 किलोमीटर चल के गई थी फिल्म देखने के लिए. It's the equivalent of that, watching this on. It's really
That's so true. I want to bring in Abra Tej Sahu because he has a really fun fact when it comes to scam 1992. Abra Tej,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so Prathik Gandhi, who's obviously playing Hansal Mehta in the show, he holds a Limca Book of Records entry for a monologue that he does for a play called Mohan's Masala, in which he's playing the younger Mohandas Gandhi, like before he became the Mahatma. And he did this monologue in 3 languages in the span of one day. So Hindi, Marathi, and Gujarati, I think. And because of that, he holds a Limca Book of Records entry for the longest duration monologue.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Because, it's true. I think the discovery of Pratik Gandhi has been the discovery for most people in 2020. He's been acting for a long time before he became famous. But Anand also says we had Mohan's Masala last week in Great India Quiz. Sneha says Pratik Gandhi and his wife have a short film called Spam, which is interesting. I haven't watched it, but scam and then spam. How cool is that? And yes, Saurabh, we love the background score and the opening title. And Anand PK, I love what you said. Yes, if you're wondering, can I be a fool for punishment and watch something else on Sony Live? Then Andekhi is a great show. Except when I started watching Andekhi, I thought that it's so tough for me to watch things on Sony Live that's the game. It's called Andekhi because you'll never be able to watch it. Am I just trashing Sony Live as a platform?
I am at Sony Live. Good only. Please do something.
Yeah, so I mean, we can talk about other top-rated shows on IMDb. Like, for instance, Chernobyl is very highly rated. Wonder if you guys have watched it or have any other facts about Chernobyl as well.
Going to be my watch of 2020, but then there's this thing called COVID-19 that happened, and I was like, there is no way in hell I'm watching a show about people dying. I cannot.
So if you see Google Maps, if you see Chernobyl on Google Maps, there's a review that goes, I can count on one hand the number of times I've been here. 11. Never mind. Okay.
No, a good one.
Guys, right now, just be very sweet to us and say you're having fun, because that's very important. Validation is very important for us. Please. Some companies planning cruise to Chernobyl next year onwards. I don't even know what to say to that. All right, let's go to the next question. Enough validation has happened. I feel good.
Okay, next question is a two-parter. Please answer both parts in the same message.
The Dash and Dash is a virtual exhibition at the Brooklyn Museum. The two names refer respectively to a powerful person and their most identifiable fashion accessory or an indicator of their power. Which two shows? These are the names of two shows, guys. Dr. Lutchuke, have you been to an exhibition, an art exhibition in Mumbai? Have you been to the Victoria, the Rani Bagh Museum, for example?
Yes, but I have been very many museum, na, because of my age or whatever. Now my house is only museum. But out here means in this virtual exhibition in the Brooklyn Museum, they have said two powerful person and the most identifiable fashion accessory means. So then could it be Salman Khan and Arbaz Khan, or because it is always hanging around him, na? Then the other one, the Bhappi Lahiri and the gold chain. Then the means are any of the answer correct? Because I
think Bhappi Lahiri and Falguni Pathak would be close competitors towards dressing like each other.
Yes. So, but why they're putting Brooklyn Madhe Bhappi Lahiri's exhibition? This is really wow, gone far.
Because he made that great homage song for Michael Jackson, no? When Michael Jackson died, Bhappi Lahiri made a great song for him, which everybody should listen to whenever they can. It's because of that he's getting this honor. It's the worst song I've ever heard in my life, and I hear like a lot of crap on a daily basis.
No, but let me just give you the sense of why Bhappi Lahiri might have made that song. In 90, I think when did Michael Jackson come into Bombay? 94?
90, yeah, in the 90s. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what happened, and Bhappi Lahiri is very, very proud of this, that he was the only Indian music composer,
right,
who was invited to watch the Michael Jackson concert by Michael Jackson himself. In fact, I would have died to be a fly on the wall, because this meeting was conducted at Matoshri, which is Bal Thakre's residence, in Mumbai at the BKC. And imagine a room where there's Bal Thakre, there's Michael Jackson, and there's Bhappi Lahiri. I mean, I just want to know what language they spoken to each other.
Yeah. Frankly, if COVID had been discovered before that, the cure would have been found in that one meeting only.
I also love that Bappi's son is called Bappa Lahiri. Just another, it's the laziest parenting in the world, that your name is Bappi, you name your son Bappa. Fuck it. There is no...
Absolutely. So yeah, let's try and get an answer in, Sohan. Who would you like to?
Yeah, I think it's The Queen and the Crown.
And which two shows are these?
I think The Queen's Gambit and the Crown.
Perfect answer.
Yes. I mean, I'll be honest, I just watched one episode of The Queen's Gambit and I said, oh, great, very good show. And then I said, nahi dekhna hai, because बहुत अच्छा show है, nahi dekhna hai. Because I'm like, let's watch flawed things, right? Like the fabulous lives of Bollywood wives. So ये मेरा taste के बारे में कुछ नहीं बोलने का. But then I went on also to be honest and said, गैम्बिट का मतलब क्या है? एंड अगर आप लोगों को पता है तो प्लीज डोंट टॉक टू मी बिकॉज वी वेंट टू डिफरेंट स्कूल्स क्लियरली. So I didn't go to a school that told me that in chess, an opening move in which a player makes a sacrifice, typically of a pawn, for the sake of compensating advantage, is called a gambit. So they say he tried the dubious Budapest gambit. तो मुझे लगा कि अगर मुझे नहीं पता था तो शायद आपको भी इससे फायदा होगा. So it's okay if you don't admit you didn't know it. It's fine. I didn't know this, so it's okay. Cool. Let's go ahead.
Abratej is saying all chess positions in Queen's Gambit are based on real chess games, which is quite interesting. I also read that Gary Kasparov was a consultant for the show. So he even was a consultant on the chess part, saying this is how we play, but he also said stuff like, bit of a spoiler, but like how KGB would always accompany Soviet chess players and would be there at the games, etc. So he gave them things on that as well.
Mentioned in the show also, no? In the
Yeah.
whenever the Russians are playing, the KGB
Yeah.
goes with them. That is not weird at all and not scary at all.
Mhm.
At all. Just a game of chess.
But it is like apna how half the underworld used to go watch the cricket matches in the olden days. Like that only. Russian log ke liye chess was like a cricket match. So then they were like,
Same difference.
Oh. Well, let's just say, if you watch the season 4 of The Crown, I mean, it has a lot about, just Diana and her life, right? And we've seen that story so many times. And for our generation, of course, that story was seminal, understanding how power can totally, show you it may not show you the truth all the time, right? This is a conspiracy theory. And please be with me on this one. How many of you think that The Crown is completely a co-opted version of what the royals' life is? They did that with the BBC in the 80s or even before that. And now BBC ke bajaye Netflix hai. Like, they tell you that we're going to show you our flaws, but then it's so measured that I'll show you a little bit of my flaws. But then after that, let me tell you the story. Like Prince Charles being an absolute twat, because there's no other word that would do justice, is constantly being justified as being, देखो मैंने ये मेरे country के लिए किया. Like, I don't know, like I just find this whole thing very propaganda-ish, and maybe I'm alone here, guys. But let the Diana death conspiracies begin, says Abratej, and I completely agree. What do you guys say? Grey washing. See, there are much more educated people on this quiz than me.
Yeah.
My Aussie boyfriend sitting next to me has just had a fact about the Queen's Gambit. That is, apparently, it was supposed to be in 2008. I think was supposed to be Heath Ledger's directorial debut as a movie version.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah.
How interesting.
see, now that theory makes sense. So they killed Heath Ledger because Heath Ledger was going to tell full truth. So they made him die.
Correct.
So it's a very fucked up thing to say about somebody dying. Sorry, Heath. Bye.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I wish R.I.P. meant return if possible, but it doesn't.
Oh, I like this fun fact by Aarti Shamsundar. Aarti Shamsundar says, apparently chess set sales have gone on like 200% since the show came out. It's funny that happened because in my house, it was just about like, apna chess set kidhar hai, dhoond ke bahar nikalo. Because I think every Indian family, parents have this like wish कि हमारे बच्चे खल्ले नहीं होंगे, वो chess खेलेंगे at some point. And to anybody who has a chess set that's not been opened in their house, I see you, baby. I see you.
My friend texted me after the show, and she was like, "Oh my God, remember, like you taught me how to play chess. We were children. Whatever I knew was." But I was like, "What? Really? I was smart at that time. What has happened to me now? Complete confusion of brain."
Guys, I'm sorry, but I want to tell you a very, very personal story. May I? Okay. So the personal story, Sohan, is this really, really attractive guy. This was the time of Facebook, when Facebook had just launched. We were like sending friend requests and all, and sliding into your DMs was then also. A very attractive, slightly famous person says, yeah, you want to be friends? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he says, so why don't you come over for a game of chess? I swear, I was like, ek din mein chess seekhegi didi. Ek din mein. And I tried to learn chess. And then after that, I never wrote back to him. So even today, that message is just lying like that. And I lied. He said, do you know how to play chess? And I said, yes, I do. And I did. Back to him.
Probably
So I just wanna-
he wasn't really looking to play a game of chess. I hope you know that by now. Even
I'm so sincere because I'm South Indian. There's no other reason.
Oh my God, the hurting guys, you're not too funny. This is very nice. Okay, let's play chess. Sure. Okay.
Here's a chess pun.
Who is this person who is inviting for chess? Good thing you didn't go by.
Someone
Good
says to
thing
be-
you didn't go.
And there's a
What
bun
if
that
you had
you
actually played chess and came? What a love life that would have been.
I'm such an idiot. And Prathik says that maybe he wanted to capture the queen. Wink, wink.
Oh, nice. Good one. Good one.
Let's go ahead. Come on. What a fantastic first round, guys. So much fun. We have 2 more rounds to go. So please stay with us. We don't take any break, no?
No, we're hardcore that way. Like, it's all about the quizzing. No jokes from now. Nothing. Zero. Just quizzing.
I'll log on.